gonna call this my lasting intent. Sunset documentation. The reason why is because I'm gonna lay out my goals right here in the sunset, and I'm not gonna do sunsets intentionally anymore. So, this is really exciting for me, for many reasons, in part because, one, I get to be able to do things and manage my life and have the control throughout the day like I want to, right? And two, I get to be able to have a phenomenal view, look at that, with the sunset, in a place where I'm not supposed to. So, I'm gonna literally lay out my goals, and I'm gonna take the time to read them out for you. I have 3 pages of stuff here. One of which is going to be my goal to go to having $30,000 in riches. I'm going to develop that, and that's a 3-month goal. I'm supposed to create it by $10,000 each and every month within 90 days. The other one is to create $5,500 for China, and the time-boundness for that is February 11th, 2019. And I'm going to purchase plane tickets. I'm going to go to San Francisco and get tested for my proficiency. And I'm going to have to travel to China with my girl, which I don't have a girlfriend yet, which is interesting. Omoshiroi, very interesting. And then I have a schedule to be able to match that. So this is basically my schedule, and it gets very specific as for 15-minute intervals, right? And then I also have the ideal, I'm sorry for the ruckus, guys, coaching client. So basically exactly who I want to be able to be working with. So I get very specific to qualify how I'm going to be able to deliver results to that person. Now, I'm no coach, but if I take it seriously as though I am a coach in sales, and I actually qualify the people I'm working with, then I'll have a lot more ease of access in being able to get into that market in a later date. So, without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to read it out to you, okay, into the sunset. And pardon the terrible camera angles by holding it up like this. I'm sure my arm's going to get real tired. So, I wrote this on August 11, 2018. It's called Master the Art of Closing. The method by which desire for riches can be transmuted into its financial equivalent consists of 6 definite practical steps. I got this from Think and Grow Rich. So if you go to page 23 of the newer edition, you'll find 6 definite practical steps to be able to create the income that you want. So, I'm going to have to acquire $30,000. $30,000 I came up with just last night. It was $10,000. I shot my goals very, very low to make $10,000 in 3 months because, I don't produce enough. That sounds reasonable, sure. But if I learned anything from Grant Cardone, it's to be unreasonable with your goals. It's to be so constructively positive that you would take 10x the actions to be able to meet that. And if you don't meet that result of wanting to 10x this $10,000 and make it $100,000, then at least you put in the effort and you got results that were closer to that than that of 10,000. You overachieved instead of under-exceeding your potential. That's why the 10x rule is so huge. It's changing everything you know about sales, selling, closing, the deals. So that's essentially 3x. 30,000 is what I'm going to go for in 3 months. 10,000 a month. Reasonable. Totally possible. So I'm also going to take this money and I'm going to break it down for the first 10,000 for what I need it for. The first $5,000, I'm going to need it for surgery. I'm going to have to get myself healed and back in shape so I can be able to do and pursue my passion for parkour, martial arts, everything that I love, everything that I want to be able to be and do, and the things that I've been held back from for so long. I just want to be able to be strong and have the ability to do things that have been taken away from me for so many years now. This chronic, progressive, degenerative disorder. I'm gonna have to get healed. And I put it away. I put away the trauma. I put away the stress. I put away the simple acknowledgement of having this pain, this problem. And then to be able to realize it and accept it and forgive myself and move on to do something about it instead of just letting it progress. That's the decision you have to make. That's what you got to do to pull through. That's what you got to do and execute and change your life the way you think and the way you're going to be. Because if you don't do that, you're not going to change anything or do anything different to rearrange your life to the extraordinary. You're going to be ordinary, you're going to be crippled, and you're going to do all these things that just diminish your enthusiasm. So I don't want that pain. I'm going to have $3,000 for a car, in which case it'll be manual transmission. So it'll probably be a $2,500 car that I bargained down from $3,500 to $2,500. Then I pay like the taxes, registration, insurance, and all that crap. $360 for a chiropractor, in which case that should equate to 12 visits with the chiropractor I go to. And he's great. He's absolutely phenomenal. I think he really hooked me up. So that way I can be able to do 2 months of chiropractic work on my cervical after my surgery and adjust my spine. And then 12 sessions. 12 sessions. And then I'm going to do my first month of going back to the Tempest Free Running Academy. So doing parkour and trying something I haven't done in months. I'm so excited for that. I'm also going to get a compression table for $100, something simple. That way I can be able to have machines help progressively heal me and help me release my body, some of the stresses, and get more aligned, right? And for another $400, I'm going to get a high OPR 40, in which case that will help me in being able to communicate with new individuals and express myself to a new level. I'm also going to get an air purifier, so this is next level stuff, man. In which case that'll be $490, so I can not only purify the air in my house, the oxygen I breathe, clean up the particles in my healing, but also have a little bit of air conditioning because it gets pretty stuffy in there if I want to work at home, and that's how it's going to go. Okay, so here's where it comes into less money, more action. All right, here we go. So, I hope this guy doesn't get pissed at me. I gotta sneeze. Yeah, they don't like me around here. Alright, that was worth it. So basically, what's gonna go down here is this is gonna be a long video. Dang. So to be able to make all this happen, I intend to give the highest quality service at speeds quick enough, quantities great enough, prices high enough, and authenticity valued enough. What that entails for the next 90 days is creating a minimum of 35 messages a day on Facebook, which means 245 a week and 1,050 a month. That's for connection building, which would take 10% of my time. I'd imagine it'll take more. Then I'll also do a minimum of 10 messages a day on Instagram, which means 70 a week. Okay, you guys don't want to hear these figures. It's absolutely ridiculous, but basically at the end of the month it'll be 300 for Instagram, 7 appointed calls a day, which means I have appointments in my calendar. That's 100. Okay, look, I don't have the data to make this happen. Video cut out. I only have so much time. So I'm gonna lay this out real quick and simple for what I want to be able to do. I intend to acquire $30,000 with these two hands by November 11th, 2018 through growing in my journey to master the art of selling. I'm here to give the highest quality service at speeds quick enough, quantities great enough, at prices high enough, and authenticity valued enough. To piece this together, I am to make a total of 100 contacts per day, touching people on multiple platforms as well as one post daily on each media source. This money will be used to first and foremost buy my health back so I may pursue my passion of parkour, learn martial arts, and experience true freedom through movement. Along the way, I will visit chiropractors and purchase machines that will enable my prolonged health, as well as a microphone to be able to newly express myself and connect with others. I will also have a new manual transmission vehicle to transport me to where I need to be, which will lead to my ownership of the Subaru WRX STI on August 11, 2019. Woo! It's exciting. So I got to read that every day, morning and night. And then Chinese. Chinese is another one. I think I'm out of time. I have brought together an organized group of 500 Chinese speakers and developed the language proficiency to travel to China, accompanied by the ability to pay the expense of $5,500 by February 11, 2019.